Hey everyone, this is Kevin J. Rodriguez, film critic of iCritic.net, and this video, I know it's not going to be viewed by a lot of people. It might even be old man shouts at cloud, whatever. But I kind of feel like I don't know, I just want to say something. So to set some context for what we're about to talk about, I am a huge Disney fan. If you want to know the reason why I live out in Southern California, it is because 10 years ago, I joined the Disney College program and I felt like I had won the lottery. I worked there for 3 years, did a lot of amazing Disney experiences, and loved pretty much, well, not every minute, but most of that job. I am over here because of Disney. I love Disney movies. Me and my wife had a Disney themed wedding. We had annual passes for years. And here's the thing. Disney has more and more started saying, I am not welcome there. And they are saying more and more that you are not welcome there either. Or maybe what they're saying is they don't value you as a customer. Something to that effect. Disneyland raised the prices today 33%. 33%. That means that on busy days, Disneyland will now cost some people $209 a day to go to the park. And if you want the annual passes, I don't know what they cost, but considering the premium costs more than $1,000 and the prices are going up 33%, you can do the math and probably figure out exactly what it's going to cost you. If a family of 4 wants to go to Disneyland for one day, in many cases, it will cost them more than $800. Folks, this is insane. This is beyond acceptable. $800 is not chump change. $800 is not a small amount. You want to know what $800 will buy you? $800 will buy you a used iPhone. Heck, it might even buy you a new iPhone depending on the model. It will buy you a Surface Pro. Maybe not the nicest model, but it will get you a Surface Pro. It will get you a PlayStation 4, an Xbox One, and a Nintendo Switch. $800 will pay for about a year or more of Netflix. Oh, heck, it might actually pay for 5 years of Netflix. Something to that effect. The prices are outrageous. And it is the weirdest thing to watch people react to them. I saw this price change and I put it on Facebook, my personal Facebook page. And I actually have huge Disney fans who were writing comments saying the things that I knew they were going to say. I knew they were going to say, oh, well, if you can't afford it, I guess you shouldn't go. Hey, they're doing it because the crowds are heavy. They want to thin out the crowds. No, they don't. They want to make money. And apparently, they know that you're too stupid to not pay it. Keep in mind, some of these people who have wrote these things, they complain when the local taco stand raises their prices by a nickel. And yet, when Disney throws in a 33% price increase, these Disney fanatics, these pixie dusters as they're called, think that Disney is doing them a favor. No, they're not doing you a favor. And I'm officially getting priced out of what I love. I love Disneyland. I love Disney. But I cannot justify these insane prices. Heck, you want to know what else $800 pays for? For a lot of people, it pays their month rent. The month's rent for some people is $800. Look, Disneyland, we always knew it was a treat growing up. It was always a little pricey. It was always something that for some people, they were lucky if they got to do it once. But there is now a huge population out there who will not only never have that dream of going to Disneyland even once, they will never even be able to contemplate the idea. They cannot even, the light just went out, they will not even be able to hope to go to Disneyland. It is so expensive now. The people who are paying passes buying their passes every year. Look, when you're getting 2 passes and those passes are costing you $2,500 a year, probably more, because I don't even know what the passes cost. Do you realize you could go to the Czech Republic for a week for that kind of money? You could go to Germany. You could do a nationwide road trip. You could save for a house. If you had to pay $2,500 a year for Disney passes and you waited 5 years, you would have a down payment for a house in most states. This is beyond ridiculous. And here's the thing. Me and my wife had our passes last year. We had them. And after the last price hike, which they justified by saying, we opened Star Wars Land. Yeah, you opened a mall and gave us one average at best ride. And you justified giving me a 25% price hike. Yeah, no, we canceled and said, we'll come back when your prices go down. However, we were going to go to Disney World, because why the heck not? Disney World is very different from Disneyland. We decided we'd do that. Look, I don't know if these prices affect Disney World. There's been no confirmation yet. However, I will say, if these price hikes come to Disney World as well, then you know what? I'm canceling the vacation. Heck, right now, the Disney vacation that we had planned this year is on hold. I cannot justify this type of money, this kind of price hike. We'll find something else to do with our time. We'll go to Broadway or something. Universal Studios, I mean, geez, their ticket prices go $10 every couple of years. It's like where Disney's is going at like 50 to 70, it seems. This is beyond ridiculous, and not only does it tick me off that they are pricing me out, and the idea of ever going back to Disneyland is looking actually more and more remote. It's also the fact that I know people, both online and in person, who defend these price hikes as if they are doing me a favor. They'll even say like, hey, they're making Marvel's Land. They're making a Marvel extension for California Adventure. Don't you want them to have money to do that? You know what? Here's the thing. Considering how much they have given me over the last 5 years, I will gladly not say thanks, but no thanks to your expansion for at least a couple years if I can have some sanity on the prices. And you know what? We so totally rebounded. We were fine. After the last price hike, Disney attendance dropped. It sunk like a stone. We had actually made a real statement that we weren't going to put up with this. But then they opened one more ride, and we ponied up our money once more. And now they're like, oh, see, that was a fluke. I guess we can nickel and dime them all we want. It's sad. It's really sad. I know some of you watching this really like Disneyland, and you might even take offense to it. Guys, it's a theme park. Okay? It's a theme park. It's not worth $2+ grand a year. It's not worth giving up a potential down payment on a house. It's not worth Netflix for 5 years. You could spend that money on, like I said, you can get 3 game systems. Heck, you could even throw in a couple games while you're at it and just have fun for 5 years with those machines. I don't know what's going to happen. I would be glad to come back and report that Disney attendance sinks again. That it sinks, and heck, maybe it even sinks and stays sunk so long that they realize they have to backpedal. Because what happened when the attendance sunk last time? Disney started giving out, hey, buy a ticket, bring a friend for half off, or they started giving you deals. And I guess Christmas was enough of a boost that they were like, okay, you know what? We're just going to hike it 33%. Here's something to think about. Not that everyone has access to this, but if you put your name, if you were a Club 33 member in 2010, your annual fee was $5,000, something like that. Not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. But hey, if you've got a little extra money, hey, why not? I'm now hearing Club 33 annual membership to keep the membership is like $50,000 annually. There's no way even someone with a very successful small business can justify an expense like that. It's all going to be corporate soon. And look, I'm sorry, there is just something wrong. Like, Disneyland is for kids, it's for families, it's where they put their cares away. And now Disney is effectively saying, like, I would say at least half of the nation, you can't afford to come to Disneyland, and we don't care. We don't need you. We don't want you. Stay home. If you've got pocket change, buy Disney Plus. It sickens me. So anyway, that's my little rant. I'm sure nobody cares. I'm sure the attendance of the parks will still go up. No one will watch this video, but I just had to let it out. Anyway, I'll be back later, talk about interspecies reviewers again. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about the Oscars. I don't care. Anyway, catch you later. Flame responsibly.